Close your eyes and imagine a dream so big it scares you. A dream the world calls impossible, laughing as you dare to chase it. Now imagine picking up the smallest tools, your grit, your heart, and starting anyway. This is the story of Deshrath Manji, the mountain man of India, a man who faced the mountain, both real and metaphorical, and carved a path to greatness. His journey screams one truth. If you set a goal, work hard, and sacrifice everything, sleep, comfort, even acceptance, success will find you, and the world will follow. Let his story light a fire in you to chase your own dreams, no matter who laughs or how long it takes. In the 1950s, Galar village in Bihar, India, was a place forgotten by progress. A towering mountain stood like a cruel gatekeeper, cutting its people off from hospitals, schools, and markets. The Musahar community, among India's poorest, toiled in its shadow, their lives bound by poverty and isolation. Deshrath Manji was one of them, a laborer with weathered hands, a quiet spirit, and a love that lit up his world. His wife, Falguni Devi. Her smile was his sanctuary, her voice a song that made the endless days bearable. They dreamed of a better life, but the mountain loomed, a reminder that dreams were for others, not for people like them. In 1959, fate dealt a crushing blow. Falguni, crossing the mountain's jagged paths to bring Manji food, slipped and fell. Her injuries were grave, but the nearest hospital was 70 kilometers away, a journey no cart or foot could make in time. Manji held her, his heart breaking as her breath faded under a pitiless sky. When she was gone, the world turned grey. Grief could have buried him, as it buries so many. But in that darkness, a spark ignited. Manji made a vow that would echo through history. He would carve a path through the mountain so no one else would lose what he had lost. It was a goal born of love, forged in pain, and it would demand everything he had. In 1960, Manji stood before the mountain, a hammer and chisel in his hands, tools so small they seemed laughable against the stone giant. The villagers scoffed, calling him Pagla, the madman. "Go back to your fields, Deshrath," they jeered. "You're a fool to fight a mountain." As a Musahar, he faced not just their laughter, but the weight of a society that saw him as less. But Manji didn't hear their taunts. His goal was clear, his heart unshakable. If you want to succeed, you must set your sights and let the world's laughter fade into noise. Manji did just that, striking the first blow, a sound that rang like a declaration of war. The years that followed were a crucible of sacrifice. Manji worked from dawn to dusk, chiseling under a sun that burned his skin to leather. His hands bled, calluses forming like armor. Sleep became a stranger. He'd toil by moonlight, the stars his only witnesses. He skipped village festivals, the music and laughter of gatherings fading as he chose his hammer over joy. Friends drifted away, family worried, and hunger gnawed as he poured his earnings into his mission. Success takes time, and it demands everything. Your rest, your comfort, your place among others. Manji knew this, yet he pressed on, his vow to Falguni a flame that no hardship could extinguish. Doubt crept in, as it does for anyone chasing a dream. Nights came when the mountain seemed eternal, when his body screamed to stop, when whispers of failure echoed in his mind. What if they're right, he'd wonder, staring at the endless rock. But each dawn he rose, his goal a beacon brighter than fear. "This mountain will break before I do," he'd whisper, his voice steady as his strikes. "If you want to succeed, you must sacrifice the easy path. Let go of sleep, of gatherings, of the need for approval." Manji did. and slowly the mountain began to yield. A crack became a crevice of passage, each chip a step toward victory. Years turned into decades, and something shifted. The villagers' laughter faded. A few, moved by Manji's fire, brought him bread, water, or worn tools. His madness was becoming a miracle. By the 1970s, his path was taking shape, a testament to what one man's will could do. Success draws people to you. Those who mocked you will come to admire you, but only if you keep going. Manji's legend grew, his name whispered with awe. Children watched him work, their eyes wide with wonder. By 1982, after 22 years of relentless sacrifice, the impossible became real. The mountain parted, revealing a 360-foot long, 30-foot wide path. A lifeline carved by one man's hands. The path changed Gehlar forever. A 55-kilometer trek to the nearest town became 15 kilometers. Mothers carried sick children to doctors in hours, not days. Farmers sold crops before they spoiled. Children walked to school, their futures no longer trapped by stone. The villagers who once called Manji a fool now walked his path, their heads bowed in gratitude. His success wasn't just a path, it was a bridge to a better life. Proof that hard work and sacrifice can move mountains. If you set your goal and give it everything, you will succeed, and the world will see your light. Manji's story didn't end with the path. When he passed in 2007 from gallbladder cancer, his legacy soared. In 2011, the Bihar government named the path Dashrath Manji Path, paving it into a proper road. In 2016, India Post honored him with a stamp, a rare tribute for a laborer. Gehlar became a pilgrimage site, tourists tracing the path he carved, a bust of Manji standing proud in the village square. The 2015 Bollywood film Manji, The Mountain Man, brought his tale to millions, its raw power earning praise worldwide. His story lives in documentaries, books, and the hearts of those who hear it, especially the Musahar community, who see him as a beacon of what's possible. Dashrath Manji, the mountain man, didn't just carve a path through rock, he carved the truth into the soul of the world. Set a goal, work hard, and let nothing stop you. People will laugh at first, as they laughed at him. Success takes time, as his 22 years proved. You'll sacrifice sleep in his gatherings and walk alone, as he did. But keep going, and your success will draw the world to you. Those who doubt it will become your champions. Manji's path is more than stone. It's a challenge to you. What's your mountain? What dream burns in your heart? Pick up your tools, however small, and start chiseling. The path is long, the sacrifice is real, but like Manji, you'll find that success waits on the other side. So take a moment. Think of your goal, big or small. Write it down, hold it close, and start today. Ignore the laughter, embrace the grind, and trust that your work will shine. Share your dream in the comments below. What's the mountain you're ready to move? Subscribe for more stories of ordinary people who did the extraordinary. Because if Dashrath Manji could change the world with a hammer and a heart, so can you.